Hey everybody, I'm Corey Weeds, owner and founder of the Cellar Music Group here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. 2021 marks the 20th anniversary of the label, and I'm really excited about all the incredible shows, recordings, and live streams that we have planned for this year. Despite the challenges of 2020, the Cellar Music Group was able to pivot and continue to bring you the music in its various forms and mediums. We received a lot of support early on in the pandemic that enabled us to thrive in this incredibly difficult climate, for which I'm extremely grateful. With our 20th anniversary upon us and the continuing uncertainty, we've launched a fundraising campaign through cellarlive.com as an opportunity for people to support our efforts, all while getting some money into the hands of those people that need it the most, especially during this challenging year. The pandemic has hit artists, production people, and venues incredibly hard, and it's more important now than ever to do what we can to ensure we keep the jazz community thriving. During this time, like many, I've been reflecting on life, but more specifically my life in music. As I started to comb through my hard drives, I realized how much incredible video content I've amassed over the last 20 years. Watching these videos brings back so many incredible memories, and I'm really excited to share them with you. Cellar Stream Virtual Jazz Festival Episode 1 is being made available to you free of charge. When you donate via Cellar Live, you will receive all subsequent episodes of Cellar Stream Virtual Jazz Festival for free. We will start with 3 additional episodes. Your donations will be used to produce live streams, live performances, recordings, and much more. I encourage you to visit the link at the bottom of your screen and make a contribution to our fundraiser so we can continue to bring the music to you in its various forms. Donation levels start as low as $25 and go as high as $2,000. We have a number of perks available for donations over $500, which I'd be happy to share with you. Just email me at corey@coreyweeds.com. If you're unable to contribute financially at this time, there are other ways you can help. Please spread the word, share the video with your networks and friends, follow us on social media, and encourage music lovers to visit our website, cellarlive.com. All of these musicians in these videos have generously granted us permission to use them for the purposes of fundraising, for which I'm grateful. A huge thank you to Ken Burke for his editing prowess, and most of all, thanks to you, the supporters of this music. I'm blessed to be surrounded by so many supportive and talented people. Please continue to stay healthy and safe, and know that any and all contributions are extremely appreciated. And now it's time for the music. We're going to go back to 2010 when we celebrated 10 years at Corey Weeds' Cellar Jazz Club. It was an electric 4 nights of music, and my favorite band, made up of 6 of my favorite musicians of all time, descended upon the cellar in Kitsilano and absolutely tore the roof off the place. The musicians: Eric Alexander on tenor saxophone, Jim Rotundi on trumpet, Steve Davis on trombone, David Hazelton on piano, John Weber on bass, and Joe Farnsworth on drums. Collectively, they are known as One for All, and those 4 nights made up a CD entitled Invades Vancouver, which is a highlight of the record label without question. They're going to start off with a tune written by Jim Rotundi. This is dedicated to somebody we all know and love, at least the band and I knows and loves. His name is George Coleman. This is called Big G.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for Joseph Farnsworth on the drums. John Weber on the bass, John Weber. David Hazeltine, ladies and gentlemen, on the piano, David Hazeltine. Mr. Steve Davis on the trombone, Stevie D. Jim Rotundi, ladies and gentlemen, on the trumpet, Jim Rotundi. Eric Alexander on the tenor saxophone. One for all, ladies and gentlemen, one for all. These guys are going to take a much-deserved break. Come back for a whole nother set of music. We hope you stick around. We'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you.
The effects of social media have been widely debated. There are good things and there are bad things. For the most part, for me, it's been good. But this one particular story involves kind of a bad experience with social media that turned into a good experience with social media. Let me explain. I used to get my kids to bed. My wife would go to sleep because she had to get up early to go to work. And sometimes I would pour myself a nightcap and I'd mess around on my computer after everybody was sleeping. On this one particular night, I poured myself a glass of wine and I saw that Vincent Herring was on Facebook Messenger. I knew Vincent. He had come to the club. We had chatted before. I was a big admirer of his. And we started chatting, poured myself another drink, maybe poured myself another drink. When I woke up the next morning, so I wiped the sleep out of my eyes, I had this odd feeling of excitement, but also a feeling of anxiety in me. And I knew something had happened on the computer in my communication with Vincent, but I wasn't totally sure. So I thought, well, I'll just go into my office and I'll check. So sure enough, I opened up Facebook, looked at my messages, and I had basically laid out a plan to bring the Cannonball Adderley Legacy Band, led by the great Louis Hayes, along with Vincent Herring and the rest of the guys, to Vancouver for 4 nights to record what would become Live at Corey Weeds' Cellar Jazz Club. It was a birthday present to myself. I was turning 40. To say I was a little bit shocked would be an understatement. It was all laid out. I laid out the money, I laid out the terms, I laid out everything. I'm not sure I would have done exactly that without that wine, but I'm certainly glad I did. The Cannonball Adderley Legacy Band with Vincent Herring on alto, Jeremy Pelt on trumpet, Rick Germanson on piano, Desron Douglas on bass, and of course the legend Louis Hayes came to Vancouver and played 4 nights at the club, and it was absolutely wonderful. And to top it off, as I said, it was my 40th birthday, and unbeknownst to me, my wife threw me a little surprise birthday party on the last night. So at, around 11 o'clock on the Sunday night, a select group of friends came down to celebrate my birthday, and we celebrated with Cannonball Adderley Legacy Band with Louis Hayes, Vincent Herring, Jeremy Pelt, Rick Germanson, and Desron Douglas. It was something I will never, ever forget, and we got some of it captured on video for you now. Just want to take a quick moment to remind you to visit cellarlive.com, click on the recordings page, and make a donation to our 20th anniversary fundraiser. When you do donate at any level, you will receive 3 additional episodes of Cellar Stream's virtual jazz festival. Also, you can visit us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Bandcamp. Please tell your friends, your family, your networks, anybody that you know loves jazz music. Please help us spread the word. Thank you, and back to the music. This next band is a band that I'm really excited about. And, a little secret, we have a new record coming out. But this particular version of this band is very special because it's the Nightcrawlers with a big band. It's organ and big band. Powerful Hammond B3 organ with a little big band. It was really fantastic. We made a record called Down in the Bottom. And this band is led by my dear friend and fantastic Vancouver drummer Jesse Cahill. And we got called from CBC to do a live taping down in Studio 2 or Studio A or Studio B, whatever the studio was, down in the basement. And it was really, really a fantastic night of music. It features a who's who of Vancouver jazz, and it's a tune that I wrote and arranged called Modal Issue. Many legends grace the stage at the Cellar, but there were none greater than alto saxophonist Lou Donaldson. He was making records with Clifford Brown in 1955. It's the closest to bebop that I'll ever get. And we were extremely fortunate to be able to take advantage of the fact that he was on the West Coast. Lou Donaldson doesn't make it to the West Coast very often. And I jumped at the opportunity to have him at the club, and I'm so glad I did. If you don't know Lou Donaldson, he shoots straight from the hip. He'll tell you exactly what he's thinking at any moment. And we had a lot of fun with him here in Vancouver. His band was fantastic. Akiko Saruga on organ, Randy Johnson on guitar, and Rudy Petschauer on drums. Enjoy the Lou Donaldson Quartet.
Thank